Hi everyone, welcome to my Optimum Health God's Way YouTube channel. Today we are going to look at God's plan for His people. That means for us. Yes, in today's video, we are going to look at how sickness and death came about in our world and what choice we can make to reverse it and deal with it. All sicknesses, diseases, pain, and death were never part of God's original plan for us. When God created human beings like Adam and Eve in Genesis 1, He made them perfect in every way. Especially in Genesis 1:31, God looked at all that He had made and He said it was very good, highlighting and indicating the completion and the perfection of the whole creation. Clean and spotless paradise, which is the Garden of Eden. Perfect peace, beauty, happiness, no death, no pain, a sinless environment. God has always desired only the very best for us, His children, to be physically healthy, emotionally sound, and spiritually strong. Now let's look at the world before sin entered. Number one, before sin entered into our world, no death, no suffering, because there wasn't any sin. Number two, perfect harmony. Nature existed in balance. Adam and Eve had dominion over animals. The animals lived in perfect harmony with Adam and Eve, so animals didn't fear them or they didn't fear animals like these days. Number three, ideal environment. They lived in the Garden of Eden, where they gathered food freely and enjoy everything. The perfect beauty, perfect environment God created for them. Number four, intimate communion. According to the Bible, humans had direct, unhindered, or uninterrupted fellowship with God. Direct, face to face. Especially in the cool of the day, God would come and meet with them. Number five, moral innocence and excellence. Adam and Eve were created holy, without a sin nature, upright, righteous, acting in obedience till the fall. Here we can see God wanted His children, the human beings, to live forever in paradise, like the Garden of Eden. But because of Adam and Eve's disobedience to God and ate the forbidden fruit of the knowledge of good and evil tree, sin entered into the world. So humanity developed physical diseases, damaged emotions, spiritual fallen nature, and losing fellowship and enjoyment with God. Now that the sin had entered into the world already because of Adam and Eve's disobedience, let's look at the world after sin entered. Number one, universal curse and death. In Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. Sin opened the floodgate of death and woe, making death the normal experience of all humanity. The beast, the trees, the grass, every living thing have been impacted negatively by decay, sickness, and death. Number two, physical and moral degeneracy. Since sin entered into the world, there has been a gradual, continuous, declining, weakening, worsening of the quality and the value of life. And we see that diseases and crimes increasing as we grow further from God and His both moral and health laws. Number three, separation and fear. The harmony between God and humanity was replaced by fear, causing a change in God's communication with humankind. Unlike Adam and Eve's time, we cannot have direct and face-to-face communication with God anymore. As a result of sin, we can communicate to God only through Christ and holy angels. deliverance. Number 4, the need of the plan of redemption. Since the Lord had foreknew, that means knew ahead of time, humanity's fall into sin, He had made provision and plan for our total restoration, like spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being. The Bible describes Christ's role and work in the plan of salvation before earth's creation as the lamb slain from the foundation of the world, as stated in Revelation 13 verse 8. Christ had given Himself for humanity to come and suffer and die to enable us to be redeemed or restored us to our original state. Number 5, the world become a contested world. The world used to be under the control of God, under the ruling of God. Adam and Eve, because of sin, lost the dominion of the world to Satan. So the world is now under the control and influence and dominion of the wicked Satan. Although God did not entirely abandon, forsake, or give up, the world is serving as a focal or main point in the battle between good, that means God, and evil, Satan. The world after sin entered is viewed as a fallen and temporary state, requiring the action of the plan of salvation to return to its original and perfect state. That's the reason Jesus came to die, to save us from the wages of sin, which is death. As a result of that, we human race still have hope to enjoy more vitality and happiness in this life by cooperating with God. In John 10 verse 10, Jesus said that the thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus came that we might have life more abundantly. It means spiritual, physical, emotional well-beings. Yes, Satan is the thief who came to steal humanity's physical, emotional, and spiritual well-beings and health by leading Adam and Eve into sin by disobedience to God's will and command. However, Jesus came to reverse or undo what Satan had done by offering to us the abundant life, the spiritual, emotional, and physical well-beings. God has provided everything we need to experience the restoration and made it possible for those who believe in Christ to experience total restoration of our well-beings through Christ. All we have to do is to cooperate or to act our part, to believe and to obey. In Deuteronomy 6:24, God commanded obedience to all His decree or commands and to fear Him for our own good always and to preserve us alive. In Exodus 23:25, if we faithfully obey Him, in another word, serve Him, worship Him, He will provide, protect, and sustain us by blessing our food and our drink and remove sickness from us. In Deuteronomy 7 verses 12 to 15, God has promised to bless us with fertility, fruitfulness, productivity, prosperity, and health based on our obedience to His laws. So we have to make decision what we want to choose. Are we going to choose to follow Adam and Eve's footsteps of disobedience that leads to sickness, decay, and death? Or are we going to choose just the opposite of disobedience, which is obedience? Choose to obey God's will, God's laws, moral and health laws, to reap and enjoy total restoration, spiritual, emotional, physical well-beings, and health. Friends, I would like to leave you with 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health as your soul prospers. Bye for now. God bless.